Okay, this is going to be another rant video because one, do I ever really make videos when I'm happy? I just have a lot of issues because I'm really just sort of like self-reflecting on what I want to do for these next 2 years. It's like basically like a 5-year plan, but only like a 2-year plan because thinking that far ahead is a bit too much. But basically, I don't want to do my school's theater productions anymore because this musical's really just ruined me. Like, I hate the people that I'm working with, and I hate everything. That's the short of that. They're just all so awfully unprofessional. It's so annoying. And I know that's because I'm working with children, but it shouldn't matter. It's expected, but it shouldn't be accepted. Like, just because they're young and not yet adults doesn't mean that they have to act like 5-year-olds, you know? It shouldn't be this hard to get people to focus and be on task. And none of them take responsibility for their actions. Like when our instructors are telling us to like stay on task, like stop talking to people when we need to be working. Like, no, they always do the, oh, I'm not talking thing, or it doesn't matter if I'm talking. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I want to murder them all. Like, we had singing rehearsal on Monday, this past Monday, and it was just 2 hours of hell. Like, no one would stop talking, no one would pay attention. It was the worst thing ever, and I wanted to murder them all by the end of it. It was awful. And then the guy who plays the lion in this production, who I thought would have been way more on task for this musical because he's like loved it and he says it's his show because he's been wanting to play the lion for like all of his life. He's not taking it seriously. And when I went to go talk to him today about how just I hate everyone and like no one was on task and everyone was talking, and he was like, well, I wasn't in that song, so I didn't need to be singing, so it was fine if I was talking. And I was like, no, you're distracting other people. And he's like, they're their own people. And I'm like, that doesn't... Just because they chose to be distracted by you doesn't mean you were also the one distracting them. Like, you're being disruptive. If you don't need to sing and be in that rehearsal, you can very much leave. Like, and he was talking to another person. Like, he was like, who am I talking to? And I was listing off all these people, and one of them was the person who plays the Wiz. And the Wiz is not in the song that we were practicing. So he was like, oh, he didn't have to be singing either. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't matter. If you two both don't need to be singing and being there, you guys can have a conversation elsewhere. It seems so clear, and he just did not want to take responsibility for the fact that he was being disruptive and disrespectful, and it was the worst thing. And I wanted to choke him, and I'm so done. I'm so done. I hate him particularly because I think that because he thinks he's so like high and mighty and that he got a lead, that he doesn't have to do any work and that he's basically untouchable. He's basically thinking like, oh, it doesn't matter if I act out because what are they gonna do, fire me? And I'm like, yeah, we will. You know, honestly, we probably won't because he is a valuable member. I guess our director probably doesn't want to have to recast any more people, but we should. I hate him, and I truly never really want to work with him ever again. And I know I'm saying that in the moment, and maybe in a week or a few days or so, things will get better. I doubt it, and I'll think differently. But right now, I just never want to do this again. I'm really hating everyone, and I really just want to quit. But I'm not going to do that to our director and to the people that have come in to work with us because they're nice people, and I'm truly, like, the only person that pays attention, and if I leave, then that's not nice to them. They don't deserve to be stuck with those people. They can't leave. So, I am going to stick it out. I'm done with being nice. That's the thing. It's like, and I know when I say that, people are like, oh, you should still be, like, civil or whatever. I'm like, no, I don't care anymore. I'm done with being nice. People who suck need to be told that they suck. And people who are being disrespectful and disruptive, well, I'm going to call them out. I don't care if I hurt any feelings anymore. I don't care if I come across as a bitch, because it's probably my last show I'm going to do. So, it's all coming out. I don't care. I really don't care. Like, if you are being disruptive to the point where I need to call you out, then you deserve to have your feelings hurt. Sorry, not sorry. That's how it's gonna be. There's this guy who's in He's the Wiz, which is my number because I'm playing Ada Pearl, and he is just so bad. And it's so clear that he knows that he's bad because he's so overcompensating for how much he lacks in, like, physical ability. Like, he can't dance at all. But he tries to make up for it by just doing too much, and it's too much. Like, it's not even too much in the fact of, like, dancing, because I don't really think there's, like, a limit in musical theater. You can go big. But whenever we're, like, waiting around, he's just always doing too much. And I'm like, stop. Just stop it. He's always just trying to, like, dance on people and just, like, dance around. And I'm just like, no, stop. Pay attention. Stop. Just stand still. It's so annoying. And I'm just, yeah, I'm done with being nice to him, too, because I'm just like, no, you're not going to ruin my song. It's like the long and short of it. You're not going to ruin my song. My song's the only one I really care about. It's the one that matters to me, because it's the one where I'm going to look good. And if someone else tries to upstage me, like him, or make me look bad, that's the end. Like, I'm not gonna take that. It's my song. It's the one song that I will not allow any bullshit for. Like, I don't care if the rest of the numbers suck. I really, truly don't. But if my number sucks, then we're gonna have some issues. Like, I'm done with helping people. Like, when we were practicing 2 dance numbers today. We were practicing the one that we had already, like, choreographed the whole way through, Brand New Day, and then we were moving on to my number, He's the Wiz. And this guy in the ensemble comes up to me because our choreographer was like, okay, everybody who's in He's the Wiz, all the Munchkins, Dorothy and Ada Pearl, you guys can be on stage, everybody else can leave the room. And this guy in the ensemble comes up to me, he's like, am I a Munchkin? I don't know. And I'm like, that's not my responsibility to know. Maybe look it up. We had a whole day of rehearsal dedicated to making sure everyone knew their parts so that this wouldn't happen. Like, oh my god, I can't believe that we still have these issues. It's so annoying because I made sure that we had a full hour and a half to make sure that we went through the script and everyone highlighted all the parts so that everyone knew what they played and what scenes they were in so that no one missed a rehearsal. But then assholes like him come in and still don't know what they're playing. And I'm like, what the fuck? What was the point of that if you don't know what you're doing? He's the same guy that I talked about before that I, like, recommended to be in this but really cannot do anything at all, and I hate him. I want to strangle him on a daily basis. And I'm so glad that he's found other people in the cast to talk to because he would only talk to me because I was nice to him before and I never want to talk to him ever again. So, yeah, that's fun. That's fun. It's so annoying when people don't know, like, anything. And it's not like they don't know anything because, like, they weren't there or they're just not a good dancer. They just clearly didn't practice. We just had a whole week off last week, and our choreographer told us in that week to make sure to practice the dance so that we wouldn't forget it. And then we come back today to do the dance, and so many people just didn't know what they were doing. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? It's really not hard to remember this dance. This dance isn't hard. Like, half of it's just bouncing in place. Like, it's not complicated at all. And this is the same guy who plays the lion, and it annoys me because I'm like, if you care so much about this musical, why do you suck so much? Like, it's clear that he does it. It's not that he sucks because, like, he's a bad dancer, even though he kind of is. He sucks because he clearly didn't practice over the break. And he keeps talking about how, oh, he's a bad dancer, but he's always talking about how we all need to bring, like, Janet Jackson moves or make it look like a Beyonce tour because he's, like, obsessed with those kinds of singers. And I'm just like, you can't expect that out of other people if you can't bring it yourself. That's a fact. I expect highly out of people. That's because I can perform highly as well. Like, if you can't do it yourself, maybe shut the fuck up. It's really simple. It was just so awful to watch. Especially when this girl who was in the ensemble who missed, like, the last day they would choreograph this where we added, like, a whole part to, like, the last fourth of the song. Like, she got it all today. And this guy who plays the lion didn't even know his part at all. Like, it's not hard to do this. It's really not a complicated dance. As a person who really doesn't have any rhythm or coordination, it's not a hard song. Like, it's really not complicated at all. I mostly just want to strangle him. Just all the time I want to strangle him. I think it's just, I really hate this idea that teenagers have that everyone has to like them. Because I'm like, no. Like, there are going to be people that don't like you. That's life. Like, not everybody has to like you. Like, I'm always talking to people, and even people that consider my friends or people that I get along with, and I'm just like, you're really annoying, or you're too much sometimes, or you really suck at this. And people just get so offended, they take it so personally, and they're like, oh my god, that's like so mean, why do you hate me? I'm like, I don't hate you. I'm just stating facts, like, you're not perfect, surprise, surprise. But even people that I don't like, they're like, oh, Sam, why don't you like me? I'm like, well, you're kind of annoying and you talk too much. And then like people around me will be like, Sam, that's really mean. I'm like, it's not like a bad thing. Like, I just think that you talk too much and I don't like you. Like, I'm not saying that you have to change. I'm not saying that it's an awful thing. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying I don't like you because of X, Y, and Z. And that's fine. I don't need to like you. Not everybody needs to like you. Like, you just need to accept if that's the way you want to be, then that's fine. And some people are not going to like it, but there are people that will. And those people can be your friends. I'm just not going to be one of them. Like, it's fine. I don't get why people are so obsessed with everyone having to like them. It's like, if you are fine with who you are, then you should be fine with the friends that you acquire. Like, you don't have to be friends with everyone. No one's going to be friends with everyone because people are... Listen for this, like, shocking concept. People are different. Whoa, not everyone's the same person. Not everyone's gonna get along. I know, shocking. But, you know, maybe it's a thing that y'all are gonna have to learn. Sooner or later, hopefully sooner, because I'm done with all these people being like, oh my god, you're so mean. Why do you hate me? And I'm like, I don't hate you. We're just not gonna be friends. Everyone's getting on my nerves. I'm done with everyone. I'm gonna fight everyone. As the kids say, I'm gonna throw hands. Done. They're so annoying. I've been like very seriously looking into like theaters in my city to figure out where I can volunteer. I don't even care if it's not on stage. I just need to be working with adults. I have been raised around adults all my life. I have been expected to act and talk and just present myself as basically an adult if I wanted to go anywhere, because the only people I could hang out with were adults. So I'm just thinking, this is the maturity level everyone should be at, because that's how I've been and that's how I've communicated with everyone, and everyone who's communicated with me has been at this level. But now I'm only talking to people like at this level, and I'm like, it's so painful. It's so painful. I just hate them all. Like, why are you all so annoying and so dumb and just, it's the worst. That's why I'm very much excited that I'm going to a different school next year. Everyone's just like, oh, I don't want to miss out on, like, the experience of being here, and I'm gonna miss all my friends. And I'm like, no, fuck y'all, bye. Like, very much looking forward to not being here and not being around these people, because it's so annoying. Hate them. And two of the people who I really don't like consistently hang out in my first period before like class starts, and it makes me just want to go anywhere else because I don't want to see them, because they're always like, hi Sam, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to your bitch ass, go away. Like, oh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. I want to stab them on a constant basis. I just truly hate them all. I'm very much excited for the day that I graduate. I'm so looking forward to graduation. I don't care if it's years away. I'm looking forward to it so bad. I don't want to be here. I don't want to hang out with these people. Like, a few months ago, I got, like, upset, or, like, what's the word, FOMO? I got jealous or whatever when they were all hanging out without me, but I'm like, no, I'm glad. They're all doing stupid shit without me, thank God. They're all gonna get in trouble one day. It's gonna be without me, because I don't make stupid decisions with stupid people like them. I'm done. I'm just so angry, because I don't want to be around these people. They make me angry. And that's not good for me. I don't want to be angry all the time, but they make me angry all the time. Like, there was this moment, because at the beginning of the song, our choreographer told us, and I swear this on my life, because I pay attention and I know what's going on at all moments, because I listen, and I'm not an idiot who slacks off. Our choreographer told us to hold a pose for 2 counts and then bounce. That's what he told us. But everyone else was waiting for a count of 4. I continued to do it on a count of 2 because that's what he told us. But when he comes back today, after we've all like done the whole routine to see like how much we all remember, which for a lot of people was nothing, he tells us that we're supposed to hold it for a count of 4. I know that in like everyone else's eyes I'd be wrong, but I'm not wrong. And I know that sounds very arrogant and very much like I'm not taking responsibility for being wrong, but I'm not. I know for a fact that he said 2, but everybody else was holding it for 4. And I think that he just saw that and assumed that's what he told us. Cause that's not what he told us. I know that for a fact. I'm not lying to back up what I believe. I know that for a fact that he told us to hold it for 2. And it's fine. I am fine with going on 5. But that's not what he told us. And I continue to do it the way that he told us for the whole rehearsal. But once he made that note, the lion looks at me and is like, see? And I was so ready to just punch him in the face. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to have to start drama in the middle of rehearsal because that's not what I'm about. But I did want to punch him in the face because I was never saying that could never be what we were supposed to be doing. I said if our choreographer wanted to change it, then that's fine. And he apparently changed it along the way between when he told us it was 2 counts and today. And that's fine. But I know for a fact that I was right. And even he knows that I was right because he went up to me and the one other girl sitting next to me who was doing it right to ask us if we were supposed to go on 3 or on 5. So honey, not even you knew what you were doing. As per usual, because you can't dance and you don't pay attention. I mostly just hate him. And because he's the lead, I had to deal with him a lot. He made some sort of commitment to our director that he's gonna do every show before he graduates. And I'm like, yeah, I had those plans too, but if you're gonna be there, I'm gonna leave. I don't want to work with him again. He is insufferable. And he won't stop singing songs from our last musical, and it makes me want to strangle him even more. Because he'll just sing the songs and then he'll be like, oh, it reminds me of the last musical in the middle of rehearsal. Even though he promised me that he would stop singing those songs once he got the script for the new musical, which we have and we're in rehearsal for. But is he singing those songs? No, he just keeps bringing up the last musical. And as I mentioned, I hate that musical. It's the worst. He keeps talking about how good it was. It wasn't. He says it was good because we were having a fun time. I'm glad everyone else was having fun while I was doing work, but I wasn't having fun and I hate it and I only had bad memories from it. So I really hate that musical. It's kind of the worst thing I've ever had to do. And I don't like to be reminded of it every day. But he keeps singing it, even though I've told him time and time again that I hate it and I hate when he sings it. And he'll sing it to me, and it makes me want to punch him in the face so bad. And it's not just him, like other people in the ensemble will do this as well, knowing how much I hate it, and it's so annoying. It's like not an unknown thing. Like there was this one girl who, when the lion was singing it today, and everyone was joining in, the girl who plays the Tin Man, the Tin Woman, we should say, she came up to me and she started singing it because we're friends and we get along, but then she like looked at the look on my face and realized and remembered how much I hate it and she stopped. Because that's what you're supposed to do. When someone tells you to not do something out of respect for them and their interest, you do the kind of respectful thing and you stop. I know that's like an out of this world concept for someone who's as dumb and childlike as you, but like, that's what you do. If someone tells you politely to stop doing something, then maybe don't be a dick about it and stop. I know, crazy. Maybe you've never heard of this concept called respecting others, but maybe you should try it sometime. Like, it would make me and maybe like everyone else around you a little bit less crazy, a little bit more, happy. Maybe our spirits would be lighter. I know I'm like one of like maybe 3 or 4 people who care about this and have these feelings because we understand that everyone else is like the worst and annoying, but that doesn't make them any less annoying. Just because everyone else is fine with like them just slacking off and this being like a shitty production doesn't mean that it should be. Like they're doing this thing where they're equating fun to good and they are not the same thing. Just because you're having fun doesn't mean the show's good. You could have a good show and have fun, but you can very much have a fun show without it being good. Everyone's getting on my nerves. I hate them all. I'm very much just looking forward to the day that this is over, because I'm just so done with these people and working with them. I'm not done with the show necessarily because the show is really good. I feel like we'll ruin it, but the show's really good. And I really like the people that we're working with. Our choreographer is phenomenal. He had this wonderful moment where the guy was talking about who overcompensates with everything because he has no talent. He just like shut him down today because he was like going off about something or the other and about how like we had like an even number of people in the number, which we really didn't. And our choreographer goes up to him, he's like, no, look, there are 5 of you. There's going to be 2 more added into this number. 5 plus 2 is 7, which is an odd number. And I'm like, yes, mood, shut him down. I'm so done with him. He is the worst and very much annoying. And he's so clearly like screaming for attention at all moments. And I'm like, no one wants to look at you, stop. And the girl who was casted to be the Wicked Witch, who I think I've talked about only knows 1 song to sing because she's talentless. She apparently is quitting the musical because she has family issues, which not gonna make fun of that. That's a serious thing. But, you know, I doubt that these just arose out of nowhere, so why would you want to audition for a musical that you knew you couldn't do? Like, she hasn't shown up to a single rehearsal, and it's so annoying. And I'm not saying that she, like, stole my part, because that part was never mine, but she got the part that I wanted to get. So it annoys me when she's not at rehearsal, ever. So they're probably gonna have to recast her. And even though I know it should be me, because I very much have time to play that role, because Anna Pearl and the Wicked Witch, never in the same scene. They're not going to cast her as me, even though they should. They're probably going to take some white girl from the ensemble and make our should-be people of color leads that already have 1 too many white person to make 2 too many white people. So, that'll be fun. And this cast is just so, like, disrespectful. Like, the Lion and the Wiz, they're friends, and the person who plays the Wiz wanted to get the Scarecrow, but the Scarecrow was given to this kid. He's white. That I have an issue with. I don't have an issue with anything else about him because he's very talented and I feel he deserves a lead. But he hasn't been showing up to rehearsals lately because he has the flu, because it's flu season. That's what happens with life. And everybody's giving a pass to the girl who plays the Wicked Witch when she had the flu for a week, but because he's now sick and the Wiz wants his role, we're just trying to figure out any way to get him out because we have this policy. I doubt it'll be enforced. If you have 3 unexcused absences for rehearsal, then you're kicked out. And they just keep trying to push the fact that he's not here, so we gotta replace him. And I'm just like, you guys so clearly are not here to support him. Like, even if he was here, they're always just trying to talk about a way to get the Wiz to play his part. And it's just so rude, because I'm like, he got the part. Get over it. Like, there's a reason that the Wiz got the part that he did, because the Wiz has 2 songs that he could sing. Like, it's so annoying. They're so disrespectful. It's the worst. It's just, I don't want to work with these people. But yeah, I think I've said I hate them like a million times, but I do. I really do. And I don't care if hate's a strong word. I strongly hate them. So hopefully they'll get better. I doubt that they will. So let's just hope that these rehearsals go by quickly so I can be done and I can escape.